So everything y'all wanted from all my stuff y'all stolen, 200 gigs, everything. I mean, who shut my Verizon? Everything. My wife took every goddamn dime I own. We both got paid, Katie, 3,500 each. I was out in a hotel room in not Beaumont, but Orange, I think. And where I was selling roofs for Sears in the hurricane zone. And got up and I went to look at the bank because for us, I mean, we were both getting $3,500 checks, so we are going to have about $7,000 on Friday. And so I just want to look and make, see what's there. Get up, I got $300 in the bank. I call my wife and I'm like, what's going on? She goes, well, I went ahead and took it. I just wanted to make sure we had the mortgage. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, what are you talking about? The mortgage ain't due? Oh, I just wanted to make sure. And I was like, shit. And I had appointments I had to run. I get home and I'm like, God damn. I mean, she just ambushed me. Took everything, okay? Wouldn't give me money for a log. Nothing. Made me move out of my house. Made me quit my job. Got me up at the lake house telling me this lake house was going to be mine and sold it out money. Everything you did to me, Heather Floyd, I know. I saw. Lots of things. Enjoy. It's about. So anyway, I love you, and I think probably on my Facebook page, about once a week, I'm just gonna post a message for you to look at, and know that Daddy loves you, and I'll probably write you a letter or something. I really don't think your mother. I think, honey, she might not give me, use a letter, and that would just break my heart not to know if you got a letter from me. So I think I'll just let the world know that my sweet Belly Boo Bear is not allowed to talk to me because her mother tried to steal my goddamn $200,000 life savings. In other words, she got $180,000 in equity, and then when she forced me out of the lake house, she still took 33 of the 80 we cleared. And I didn't get that I was homeless for like 9 fucking months because of you, bitch. Because of that 35, everything. You tried to get me in the goddamn mental institution because that's what my lawyers told me. Because your lawyer told them that they were going to try to get me committed, Katie, for 3 years in Texas, and then she can have the goddamn fortune. That's what she wanted. After she told me, fuck it, that she wanted me to be a stay-at-home dad. And then she wanted to buy a fucking house we couldn't afford. And then she got mad after we fucking bought the house, and I told her that we could not afford this house. Within a month of moving in the house, we didn't have enough money. It was all my fault. This is what you did to me. I do not care. As well. Anyway, but Dad's really not mad ever about anything because your mother is going to get whatever Jehovah lives. And so keeping us apart, all Dad's going to do is I'm going to go find somewhere really cool to live. In other words, I'm not saying you come live with me. I mean, you can if you want to, but I'm saying to come visit me. It'll be fun. And we're going to take that trip, honey. I got money put aside for us. So don't worry about that. So whenever you graduate, since you graduate, if you want to go to Machu Picchu, if you want to go wherever you want to go. But I don't want you to be sad about all this because whatever's going to happen, Daddy God is working something now. Because Daddy woke up. It's been 3 years, honey. And you had the dream too, Isabel. About the lady that said you want. It's about a dream, y'all. In 15, she came home. She's 5 years old, and she told not a dream on the playground. This is real true, folks. Listen. All right, so and one of you, I goddamn you to hell with spirits right now. This is magic set. In other words, you mock me on this matter only. You mock me on the rest of it. You don't believe in IO. You don't believe in goddamn the fucking Easter Island was carved by a bunch of goddamn fucking pine cone eating goddamn jumping off the bird. What do you think made them jump off the goddamn fucking nigger demons? It had to be. I mean, I'm not saying I was there. So anyway, we're going to teach. Y'all watching this. I know you watched 50, 60, 70 views in the first day, and then he's wiping the next day. I don't care. Nobody knows if you read the Bible or not. I don't care. I just want everybody to realize that all of these songs that say zero have had 40, 50 hits. And Isabel, baby, I got a whole trove of stuff that I'm going to give you one day, but I can't send it because your mom will just burn it. And really, Heather, what I did was bad, honey, but I was fucking destitute. You took every goddamn dime we had out of the bank and left me with nothing and pretended like I was a danger to my Isabel. This is true. We are wide open, live. You are Floyd, Heather. You're in a goddamn prophecy of Pink Floyd about devil worship, bitch. I don't care what you say because she will be 18 one day and you will be goddamned in hell forever for what you did to me. And you don't want to let me talk to her, that's fine. Isabel, honey, I could get a larger, but you're fine and you're in one of the best school districts in the nation, honey. And truly, everything is always been there. In other words, I knew that you were okay. And God's made a way. But Isabel comes home at the same time that Heather mysteriously comes home and fucking just, I mean, she's in, by God, you about to go, you gonna have to go, you about to be homeless, you goddamn get a job tomorrow, everything. While I'm building that room, Caddy, I was telling you about the 26419. You know, so anyway, Isabel comes home and I'm out in the backyard and I'm just trying to stay away from Heather because she is weird. Weird. And while I was gone, her and my mother told Holden that that his daddy was just crazy and probably he's just going to have to be locked up the rest of his life. And so my son never really respected me. But you know what? After what you did to your mother, which I mean, nothing excuses that. I don't care if your mother goes to the deepest pit of hell, son. You touch her. I hope her boyfriend got sense enough to discipline you. My son put his goddamn forearm, my big old starting defensive end son, put his forearm up underneath his mother and fucking had her jacked up against the wall upstairs in 1014 months back. And Katie, had her jacked up against the wall and she was struggling. And I pulled him off. And I said, "Boy, get your butt in that." And I went in there and I forget exactly. Oh no, I went straight. I just bought him a brand new $300 curved 30 something inch model for 25. I don't know what it was. Way more than his Christmas money, you little fuck. It was like he had like 180 in it. I was like, well, I'm real, whatever. So anyways, I'll go and Katie, I'm going to just put the thing in the closet in our bedroom. You know, he runs over and tries to jerk it out of my hand. Boom, smacks, brand new. Like what? He turns to me, y'all, looks and says, "You're going to get me another." I looked at him and said, "Boy, it's going to be a cold day in hell before I get you anything talking to me like that." And I said, "Matter of fact, I'll be right back." And you know what I did? I'll tell you what I did. And he never going to forget it. I bet you after this. I fucking went down, goddamn got me a screwdriver. I went back up there and I took that goddamn door handle off. And while I did it, he picked everything up off his goddamn $2,500 restoration hardware desk and threw it at his father as he was taking the door handle off because he had just choked his mother and then run and locked himself in the room. I had to jimmy it up first. All true. And then he told me he didn't ever want me to come see him play another football game again. Well, blow her hard. Then you quit the next year. Okay. I mean, I was a little too busy fucking trying to stay alive thanks to your mother down there. And so whatever you think you know, Heather, is nothing. In other words, the Rangers are not going to announce anything ever, Heather. Ever. Do you have any goddamn clue? Of course they're not going. The reason I'm doing this is because the Rangers can't go to goddamn Virginia and get her. Truth. And truly, there's just so many things. Everything is in Spicewood and Beaumont and Houston and Lake Charles, which and it's all and I don't know, but they got run out. Something happened in New Orleans. I don't know if it and I don't think it was the Rangers. I thought that there was a Ranger in New Orleans, and Patrick he saw you. Eventually in the same. No, that's the second car, Ranger Show. Listen, so the one that Patrick had in the beginning, the one that was tailing me in Memphis, and the one that Captain Fuck Memphis, that's the one that's all beat up on the right side. But then Toad's car is the other white one, but they're exactly the same kind of car. And so, let's get back to teaching. Thing I skipped out on. So Manuel Valinsky, Russian, wrote this book. There's a couple books. Charles Hapgood, Krustal's Displacement Theory. I think it's relevant, but maybe only in the Hapgood collision. So, not the Hapgood, Valinsky. So anyway, Emmanuel, a long time ago, in the legends of Sumeria, there's Tiamat, which is the watery planet, Kingu, and supposedly Kingu's moon. Well, I don't know about all that good shit. I got my money laid on one big, solid, goddamn size of Mars. All that other spinning junk seemed to me like, I don't think you make it. But whatever. That's probably what it is, though. Whatever happened, well, yeah, most likely, but it hit so hard, it shattered the planet. Any y'all good in science in school, they tell you for some reason they don't understand why there should be a planetary. Well, I tell you, there is a planetary. It's just in pieces. And I believe, and I have no way to know this wrong, but I believe that's the hammer bracelet referred to in the some. Somebody wrote that. That couldn't possibly be. I mean, unless they had telescope. But I don't know nothing about all that, so I should shut up back. But the let's see where we're going. We're going. Trying to get all these loose ends out. All this shit, Pink Floyd, y'all can listen to the album yourself. In other words, I don't care. I mean, he's in England, or he's in New York, whatever. I mean, it's not like it. I mean, okay. I just think it's a very interesting fact, Mr. Kirk. Anyway, so let's see what we got. Let's talk racial relations real quick. There's hatred in the North, in Seattle and in Detroit and in New York. There's not hatred in Atlanta and in Houston and in Orlando or something. It's not the same. Blacks and whites talk to each other. In New York, I've been places where, oh my God, I mean, 2 or 3 times they've been like, fuck you, white boy, or, you better keep walking, white boy. In other words, I ain't said a word to them. Not a whole lot, but I've said a lot of shit in the city. But they're very poor. And this food's so expensive, guys. A box of cereal like to be $2.50 in the goddamn Kroger. Kroger would be it's like $6 or $7 here. And then they've got everything artificially inflated by paying everybody minimum wage, and the motherfuckers ain't got no education. And I mean, the productivity value, Katie, alone is killing them. And then you got the scams. My goddamn in heaven, you go to the same convenience store. I've never seen this. In other words, it's $4 for a coffee and a donut or wherever you go, and next day that's $5. $5. You come back next day it's $40. All kinds of weird shit. And then we got Catherine. I believe it's 8-year periods, and I believe I'm in 9-year periods on the loop around. In other words, 99 to 7, and shit. If you have to wonder about that, and then so because it took me 9 years from that to graduate college. That's where I got my 9 from. And so what I'm saying is, Roger, you can't make up a number and say I'm gonna kill 2 girls and I'm gonna kill one of them with pee on them and wrap them with some tar paper and a shit sandwich, and say I believe those demons will do something to that, Roger. But I also believe that the counter effects of magic. In other words, you're reading a comic book, there's always a price to pay for magic, and that's the negate cost, right? Why? Because if you're Jehovah, you say, I do not choose to do magic, but I will goddamn take every bit of magic that Daddy gives me and play with. Ain't no sin in that, preacher. Fuck it. Let's play just a minute. We'll cut this off. We're gonna run 30. Yeah. So what you're looking for is, I mean, it's really look in the corner, see the little, what is it? So anything with a shimmer, what's really good to do it on is stainless steel refrigerator up at the lake. It was so I was getting visions in that of, they look like barges, big old barges, preacher. In other words, big barges. I don't know. It's the same right there. I don't know what to tell you. But I'm saying there's pops, there's cracks, there's little pops of light, little fairy things here. All right, let's see. So, all right. So my theory here is, let's see if we do it closer. Things like metal and stuff we can shimmer. Okay, so this is all holy engineering. It ain't got nothing to do with being clean. Obviously, you want to be clean. But God don't give a shit if you don't have toilet paper. I promise. And I'm not trying to be sarcastic. Clean is how you carry your thoughts. In other words, I used to like well, I mean, not think about sex too much, but like when I got divorced, I was like, well, kind of with mine, and that's not sin either. It's not sin. If you don't hurt the girl and both of y'all are willing, God don't give a shit if y'all fuck. I believe that that the thing is, it's best to have a wife. It's best because if you got a good wife, that's joy. If you got wives to strife like me, I know, but if you got a good wife, um, yeah. Anyway, I don't really want a wife right now, so that's not one. So let me see. Well, I'm gonna try to shimmer this song thing here. You see how it's already got the energy in that. See, all right, see, this is a cheap camera. Oh. That's your face. Oh, well, I'm doing my hands. Oh, you can feel the energy. It's almost like it has a little bit of heat to it. That's just reflection. Oh, but really, that's all it is, preacher. If you get the right angle of light, it was. I've seen the picture at 3418 North State Street. Me and this girl witnessed it in the stairwell. It was a vision, I believe, of a murder. It looked like a TV show. Me and her both watching. We weren't stoned or anything. We just been having sex, and we were sitting there in the stairwell upstairs. Judy, you watching it, and we're sitting in that stairwell. And we looked up to the right on that big old gray wall, and it's like a TV screen. Me and this girl, some girl saw, and she's weird too. But anyway, she popped up on it, and so we could see like this girl running up the stairs in 3418 G, and 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 so we see this girl run upstairs, and see a guy chasing her, and what I saw was a guy in a black hat. Well, I was asleep downstairs on the couch, and this is for you women. And so I was sleeping downstairs on the couch, and I woke up and I had like the night terrors, like sleep paralysis. That's a thing. It happened to me in Laredo, and I saw three dark figures. And my theory is there's so much crap going on. A lot of people have weird things, but nobody knows anything about it because nobody talks about it. I'm gonna I mean, I'm not gonna talk to you in person about it, but I'm gonna try to do the best I can to show you. There's a difference between magic and sin, and there's a difference between magic and tragedy. And that's what sacrifice is. Any kind of sacrifice is trying to get future gaming points, right? Best shot ever. You look at all the things that the dreams of Satan and Moloch, which is really just Satan, you know what I mean? But in my dream, Moloch was red and Satan was black. Make no mistake. In other words, at some point I was talking to Satan, I don't know how I was talking to Moloch. But it's because I've read, guys. You fucking rednecks say, well, Patrick's crazy. Well, y'all haven't read a book since that goddamn made you read the fucking shoebox or whatever. In other words, I don't care. I don't have to live up to you, Heather. Why? You want more money so you can have what? What do you want now? You got a goddamn $500,000 house out of me. What do you want from me? Really, honey? You think I bet a lot of people live well, not traffickers, but I bet over time people listening to this thing might get the idea that something's just a little bit wrong with you. Once you are obsessed, everything. You threatened me. If I didn't sell the old house, we were going to be paid off. We were going to be able to pay cash for Isabel's college. We had it all straightened out. What the fuck happened to you? Suddenly you went crazy and had to have a new house. God damn you. We were divorced less than a year later. Because she got a house, took our payment from $1,300 to $2,650. Nobody in America would agree with that, Heather. Nobody. I begged her to get out of it. Told me it was my fault that I just wanted to live like trash the rest of my life. No, I just didn't want to live in the poorhouse, and we put so much money in hardwood and cedar and fucking $5, $7 in French toast. God damn it. Anyway, so that's just Isabel. I'm sorry. I mean, your mother is your grandfather wrote me and said Catherine is imaginary. Honey, Catherine is anything but imaginary, and I'm so afraid that like there's no telling, honey. If you see anybody looks anything like Catherine on that website, you get your ass inside. I guess from the videos, I don't trust her a lot, but she probably save you. So don't tell her where I am. Man. I'm not like they don't know, baby. So we covered views, trying to cover a little bit, Matt. And really, I don't have what I made Catherine's little thing in. I was sort of daddy person. Ooh, ooh. In other words, the spirit. If you are in the spirit with daddy, then it's almost like you're on the spirit. And you who mock me and are buying girls' dare cards. Saw you. I'm almost goddamn sure. Almost goddamn sure. And if I'm not, then you can blame Andy Watley for every goddamn thing. Yeah. In other words, Andy Watley ain't even been driving me crazy. And I really need you to make sure everything's okay in your house. And that's what I'm telling you, brother. I love you. I'm sorry what I said. But I do not agree with what I saw. And they were running me crazy. And I'm sorry. But I don't give a shit. You want to mock me? 2012, when my uncle, the serial killer, was fucking mocking, grinning me after Derek, he fucking took my wife, motherfucker. You think that's funny? They're selling her a silver star? You think Patrick Evans is crazy because I found her on alt.com with a goddamn coke bottle shoved up her ass? Fuck you, nigger. Fuck you. Fuck all you. The ones of you that know will go to hell. Most of you on earth, I believe. It'll come. That's why Sid went crazy, y'all. They were all talking about that in Conway. They thought that was a big deal. Now I get it. They said he took too much acid and came to believe he was a coke king or something. I heard that. But no, that's all that Singleton devil. Derek Harkins, me and you saw that on top of the fire tower. And I'm going to tell you, the same green things that me and you saw on top of that Singleton fire tower, I saw in the Hotel Hong Kong. We're going to be in this. No, we're going to run. All right, so same thing. And Derek, I know you saw it because your eyes got big as shit. And we was on acid. And some of that stuff that Leary and them talk about is right. There's a very much a similarity, Pastor, between acid and spirit warfare. But I don't want y'all to think of it as warfare. I just want you to stay the fuck away from it. In other words, I can't do anything with it either. In other words, what it is a byproduct. It's like they say the houses have emanations and shit. Well, that's what they don't know how to explain it. And I cannot swear to teacher that it's localized. In other words, they filled up the hotel one night and there was a U-Haul out there. And that U-Haul's pictures, Kate even got, yeah, I got them. Well, everybody's got, that's Ranger stuff. Never mind, I'm sorry. That ain't you. Oh, no, ain't. Oh, it's just Cass Arthur with Cass Arthur with Catherine and her daughter, Cass Arthur. And Cass Arthur has boss in his tag and it's a black truck. How would I know that, Cass? I ain't seen you in years. And you were in Florida. And probably GPS phone will track you right around January 3rd because that's when Chip was working. And so, and New Year's Eve is when, New Year's Eve is when I got that. So when I heard what I thought was nothing, and then there's a little bitty girl in Tallahassee too. That one, I knew that one. In other words, I heard a voice in a hotel. And that's the same hotel where the bodies were. And also the same hotel, Catherine, where I had that little girl that told me her daddy was killed. That little girl was licking. What was she licking? Really, what was she licking? She told me it was bile, is what she said. I believe it was black tar heroin, Catherine, but she said it was bile. And her eyes were doe-eyed, and she came into my room, and she was weird. And I taped her, and I had like 2 hours of conversation. She was telling me all kinds of shit about her daddy in North Carolina and all this shit. And then I could not keep her. I was trying to get her out of there, Catherine, and she fucking went freak crazy and left. And you know what I heard next, Catherine? I heard this girl getting beat the shit out of in the goddamn storage room. And then you know what I saw? I saw a goddamn hooker fucking running the goddamn Econo Lodge in Savannah while the fucking desk clerk fucked another hooker. That's what I only know. Thank you.